Welcome to 1 Hour Reviews.
Still say this is the craziest goddamn thing I ever heard.
We give games exactly 1 hour to win us over and tell you which ones kept us hooked until the end.
I promise this won't take long.
The penalty for this transgression is death.
Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines is an action role-playing game developed by Troika Games and published by Activision. Based on White Wolf's tabletop RPG, Vampire: The Masquerade, Activision released Redemption in June of 2000, followed by Bloodlines in November of 2004. Bloodlines follows the story of a newly transformed vampire in a 21st century Los Angeles inspired by White Wolf's World of Darkness.
I promise this won't take long.
We start off our first hour of Bloodlines like any typical RPG, selecting our character and attributes. 7 classes of vampire are available to choose from, and each require a different approach. The Nosferatu, for example, are so appalling they cannot be seen by humans without instantly alerting them, while the Ventru clan can easily walk amongst them and go about their ways in a more civilized manner.
Look, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
The main rule in the game is to uphold the Masquerade, which is a sort of code of conduct all vampires have to adhere to in order to prevent humans from discovering their existence.
Sure, you're a vampire. Great. Keep it to yourself, okay? It's easier that way, trust me. That's the Masquerade. Keeping vampire secrets secret. Easy, right?
On top of that, you have to feed periodically to recover your blood pool, which enables the use of your vampiric powers. All the while being careful not to lose your humanity by completely draining too many of your victims, which could result in your immediate retirement.
After a while, the beast can take over and you'll go wild and have to be put down like a rabid dog. So, fight it. Don't be a homicidal maniac. That'll help with the Masquerade, too. See how it all comes together? Ain't that nice?
While the concept itself is very exciting, the game in general is plagued by inconsistency.
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you.
The voiceover work is outstanding most of the time, but the volume mastering is a complete disaster, going from shouting to a barely audible whisper between takes.
Don't let anyone else see you feeding. They'll flip out and cause you to break the Masquerade and cause some bigger, badder vampire to come stomp a mud hole in your ass. Also, drink deep, but don't drain them dry. See, that's giving in to the beast. You do that, you lose a grip on your humanity and you lose control. There we go again, it all fits together.
From the glitchy animations to the horrible lighting, the immersion is constantly interrupted by bugs and rough edges. Even more frustrating is the fact that in some places Troika Games did manage to do a pretty good job, and we can only imagine budgetary limitations might have been the cause of this inconsistent experience.
Ooh, can I see it?
Judging Bloodlines is a difficult task because of its niche appeal. There are not a lot of vampire games with such an interesting approach, but the execution is flawed at best. For most vampire enthusiasts, Bloodlines will remain a cult classic, but we personally feel like this game is begging for a more serious reinvention of itself. The lack of finesse makes the game age rather poorly, and after an hour we long for a more refined way to be a vampire.
As some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death.